I think what drew me to the job was, the story of the players and what they'd been through, and my ability to make a difference within that and really try to support them on this part of their journey. No, I was fully focused on what the job was, and no, I feel really safe. I think the players and the staff safety has been paramount throughout the project, and I think that everybody feels really confident in that. And yeah, for us it's just about helping the players and making a difference with them, and really trying to strip this programme back to being about football and for football to be the main focus.
It's a bigger picture thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's not just about football, really.
Correct.
It's something bigger, yeah?
Yeah, it's really opened my eyes and changed my perception of, what it means to be a refugee, what it means to have been through, the tumultuous times in Afghanistan and things like that, and to give them an opportunity to have some joy on a bowling green of a pitch. It's just been great to see how their faces light up, to see how their confidence is growing, and the fact that they can advocate for their family, their friends, their sisters back in Afghanistan, I think is just a really special thing to be able to give them.
Did you know their stories, or are you getting to know some of their stories while you're working with them?
One of the players opened up to me in one of the camps, and just when I was standing talking to her, and she really opens up about something very personal to her, and the way she's telling the story and the way that she's getting in depth in the story, and I'm standing and I just could feel her pain, and I think as a coach, people see you on the pitch and you're working technically and tactically with the players, but having these moments off the pitch, and sometimes nothing can prepare you for, because if someone wants to share information with you, you're not prepared for it.
How does it work logistically? Because you've done some camps in Australia, you're doing some camps here at St George's Park. How's it going to work going forward when players live in different places?
Yeah, after the ID camps, we're going to select a squad for a tournament that we're going to have in the future. And yeah, getting the group of players together and really starting to focus on being our team, our squad group, and looking at the opposition that we'll play, and really trying to help that group of players become a team, because for a long time they haven't been that, and almost starting from the very beginning with that as well.
Tell us how hard it is though to hone it down to 23 players, because so many different abilities. Football probably for some of them has been on hold for over 4 years. How hard is it?
Yeah, it is, because you're very sensitive to some of the situations that the players have been through. We recognise that we have this opportunity to support the players, and ultimately as a staff and performance group, we're then having to select a group, and I think it's not an easy task. It's absolutely not easy, but it's one that will be done with care. It will be done with the players in mind, and we'll make decisions based around what we feel is best and overall for the group.
So you're here now doing your training sessions and selections. What happens afterwards?
We'll have a pre-camp before the matches, and that will give us some time to really work properly together and on the pitch. Prior to that, we'll have check-ins with the players, and we'll send them information and have video calls and try to educate the players as much as we can from a distance. So of course this is one of the challenges, playing, being part of a group who are placed all across the world.
And how are you going to pick the opponents? Because you don't want them to be demolished. It's got to be a meaningful match.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to make sure that for the players that they have a really good experience, and that matches are competitive. Doesn't make any sense for us to choose teams that are high ranked in the FIFA rankings. So yeah, those opponents will be chosen with an idea in mind that we can be competitive, given that we're a new group, that we're trying just to put a group of players on the pitch, and we will have 7 or 8 days to try to do that before the tournament actually starts. So it's not a lot of time at all.
Have they talked about playing under a flag or anything like that? Has that been discussed? Is that important?
Yeah, it's absolutely important. I think everyone wants to play under the banner of their country. These players are representing Afghanistan. It's not a national team, it's a refugee team. And I think the players are really, really proud, and they're representing Afghanistan, and you know, every day what we see is a group of people that are representing each other firstly and foremostly, all the women in Afghanistan, and certainly this wider group moving forward, that, you know, I think they'll represent them and represent them really well, because they're doing it from their heart.
And what have they said to you about, you know, what it means for the women back home in Afghanistan who cannot play football or sport of any kind? What will this mean for them?
We're trying to turn that into a positive way, and how they're making a difference for the women back home who don't have the opportunity to do what these girls have the opportunity to do. And I know that these players feel really quite responsible to ensure that they take care of this moment, that they do everything with it, and they try to make it the best experience they can possibly make it.